Now, the idea that any part of that deadly assault was an inside job is a chilling prospect, but there's new evidence to support it. In a bombshell allegation last night, Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill of New Jersey said that she witnessed a number of lawmakers giving reconnaissance tours inside the Capitol a day before the attack. In a letter to the sergeant at arms, she and more than 30 other House Democrats are demanding answers, noting that the visitors appeared to be associated with the rally at the White House the following day. Now, that's not the only news that's raising suspicions today. The chief of staff to Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley also told the Boston Globe that during the siege, she looked for the special panic buttons inside the office. But she found that every panic button in my office had been torn out. The whole unit, she said, though they could come up with no rationale as to why. Then there's the public admission from the pro-Trump organizer of the Stop the Steal rally, Ali Alexander, who's now in hiding. As the Daily Beast reported yesterday, Alexander claimed in a video that he had some organizing assistance from pro-Trump congressmen Paul Gosar, Andy Biggs, and Mo Brooks. Biggs and Brooks were among a dozen Trump loyalists at a December 21st meeting with Trump at the White House, where they strategized over a last-ditch effort to overturn the election results. And joining me now is Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal of Washington State, a member of the Judiciary Committee. And Congresswoman, first, thank you for being here. Before I ask you about this bombshell potential development in the attempted coup at the Capitol, I have to first ask you how you're feeling, because I know that you are recovering from COVID.
Thank you, Joy. I am okay. I cycle in and out of my symptoms, fever, chills, headache. It sort of moved up into my head today. And I'm sorry to say that these Republicans have not only given me COVID by not wearing their masks, but they've also given it to my husband now, who just tested positive. So this is the world we live in. But I'll get through this. I know I will. And I appreciate everyone's good wishes.
That is just one of the many sickening developments. We know that Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley put out a press release as well regarding her husband. And it is monstrous, I'll just put it that way, that members of the United States Congress and the United States Senate would sicken other members and not think twice about it. It's disgusting. But let's go on to this other.
Americans every day, 3,200 Americans every day are dying of COVID. Just
yes.
The tragedy across the country. And these Republicans are not showing exactly what we need to do to prevent this spread of this virus.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think those are two ways in which, in a sense, members of the Senate and the House might have been attacked by their own members, right? You have now, in addition to the fact that we now believe that some Republicans were sickening other members and other members of the Senate, you have this Ali Alexander character saying that he had assistance from House members. We have these tours that are going through the Capitol. We have, it seems to me that it is not coincidental. You do have Clyburn, Representative Clyburn, Leader Clyburn, saying he's trying to still figure out how some of these attackers knew where his sort of private office was. Are you worried that the attackers might have gotten help from members of Congress?
Yes, I think the stories that are coming out are damning. Frankly, I said this the day of the attack because it's inconceivable to me that such an attack could happen so quickly. It was planned. Remember, there were the bombs that were planted at the DNC and the RNC that happened to be timed in such a way that people were pulled off, some of the Capitol Police were pulled off of the Capitol to go and investigate those bombs. And of course, we had none of the things we should have had to prevent the insurrectionists from getting into the Capitol. So I believe that this was very planned and everybody knew where they were going, what they were doing. And these reports of Republican members of Congress who were working with the leaders of the insurrection and the riots were proud of it. They were talking about it even the day of. So I just think this is a very difficult time with people that we cannot trust within Congress.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.